Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at how your life is greatly changing right now whenever you see this reading. And to do this, I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. These will be 3 runes. If you, by the way, prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the section of the introduction where you get to pick your pile using your zodiac sign. And if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, that is also an option, and you will find a timestamp for that as well in the description box. But otherwise, let's take a look at our cards for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the Algiz rune. How about we push them just a little bit to the side? So, right, the Algiz rune. For pile number 2, you've got the Kanaz rune. And for pile number 3, you've got the Dagaz rune. Okay, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. All right, so for pile number 1, you've got the Mookaite Jasper. For pile number 2, you've got the Citrine. And for pile number 3, you've got the Unakite Jasper. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings you're meant to hear. You will find that these other readings are either expanding on your reading, giving you a bigger perspective to the kind of changes you can expect in your life, or perhaps they're talking about a different type of change that will happen at the same time. So yeah, let it lead the way and show you what you're meant to hear today. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then welcome, my dear soul family. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready. Let's get straight into it. For pile number 1, these will be the signs. For pile number 2, these are 4, these will be the signs. And for pile number 3, these will be the signs. All right, we've got 4 for each pile, obviously, and the signs are, for pile number 1, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, as well as Cancer. For pile number 2, the signs are Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, as well as Aries. And the signs for pile number 3 are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, as well as Libra. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles. In today's reading, please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. You can, if you're confused, like I don't know which one to go by your sun. If you want to follow the astrologers' advice, most of them say go by your rising sign. So this is really all up to you. In fact, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps, which will take you straight to your reading. And please note that in a moment, I will begin the section of spirit picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile in today's reading, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you guys. And the way I do this is that I assign a different tarot card to each pile. The Magician presents pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And I continue to shuffle them around until I miss taking one of the cards or passing it the other way, which was this card. I grabbed it. What happened there? Oh, I grabbed this and I didn't pass around the other one. In any case, should I go again? Let's go again. Yeah, I felt like something was confusing here. Right. So there we go. Your chosen pile is pile number 2. So, my dear soul family, these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile. In today's reading, I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. And once you're ready, as you know, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at great changes that are happening in your life right now whenever you see this message. And these are the decks that I'll be using to explore that for you. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, as always, you'll find that I list them below down in the description box. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. Your significator card is the Algaes card with the keywords protection, safety, as well as connection. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and take a look at these massive changes that are beginning right now for you. So what is happening? You've got... Oh, that fell. I'll pick it up in a moment. It is Moon in Cancer. Pick it up in a moment. You've got Saturn in Libra with the keyword devotion. Let me get your card. Okay, this was your card, Moon in Cancer with friendship. So devotion and friendship, really cool. Okay. Yeah. You've got Metal Horse with engage the heart to heal. You've got the emotional aspect of Cancer with appreciation or sadness. And it says a love letter to yourself. You may have found yourself filled with gratitude recently. This is a rich and fulfilling time. But if instead you have been yearning to ease somber feelings, consider that giving thanks can make you happier. Experiment by writing a thank you note to yourself. All right. You've got the Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. Can I fit this one here? I think I can. So you've got Venus in Gemini with flattery. All right. Very cool. And finally, you've got the 24th moon mansion. This is, of course, ruled by Pluto and Uranus in between Capricorn and Aquarius. All right. Is it Uranus or... Uranus. Let me check. I think you guys told me before. Well, Google's giving me the version that everybody told me not to use. So I don't know. I'm just going to go by Uranus. Right. You've got the Six of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Death card. This is massive. High Priestess and the Death card, which is a card all about transformation. You can see that this is a massive one. But something internally with the High Priestess, massive internal change it could be. Let's see. And you've got the Justice card, clarified by, which came out with it, the King of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. That's very interesting. All right, so we're seeing not just internal changes, but as well as external, right? So I see that this is a great time where you're going to experience empowerment, with the Algi's rune being your significator card. And it does show that it is a time where you're going to experience power with friends and loved ones, power and resources, and power in how you see yourself, as well as internal healing of the heart. Yeah, I feel like you are changing massively at this point of your life. In fact, when you do come across this reading, this is the time that you are changing like never before. You can see the god Janus looking towards the past and the future, signifying a massive moment of personal change, and particularly how you see yourself. Right, so that is just the summary of what we're looking at, but we're going to get into the details now and see how this is going to happen, what is going to change. Oh, did I mention this is leading externally with the Justice card clarified by the King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Justice card, by the way, before I complete the sentence, both have to do with finding balance. And so externally, as I was saying, the Justice card in conjunction to the King of Pentacles, it looks like it's bringing things to balance in your external life, especially the things that you had trouble with. I would say non-spiritual aspects on the external world. So massive changes in the internal world, also leading to massive changes, or let's say balance, in the external world, with matters that have to do with the body, the wealth, the resources, the pentacles, as well as the things that you generally wanted to manifest and see manifest in your life. So yes, it is a time of great change, and it's lovely to see that it's not just external, that it is absolutely internal first, specifically in how you see yourself, your internal image, perhaps healing sadness, turning sadness into appreciation. Oh, as well as your loving connections with, when it comes to deep connections, that is also changing massively, positively, and more powerfully for you. So how is this internal, powerful transformation of the self happening here? What's going on? Algiz has to do with security. I feel like you are finding security, a love letter to yourself, self-love. There is self-love. I think to start off the reading and help us in knowing the how, let's take a look at the metal horse in Chinese horoscope and see what it's about. Perhaps it's the missing element that'll help me tie the reading together. Metal horse. Engage the heart to heal. Yeah, engage the heart to heal. You're healing your heart, your sadness, whereas the sadness, self-image, something like that is changing massively here. So it says the element of the metal horse pillar may not seem supportive of each other at first. The elements of the why. Metal is associated with grief. Again, yeah, there's sadness here. So metal is associated with grief and by nature is cold and detached. While the horse is a yang fire sign associated with the sun, and the heart spreads light and joy with exuberance. Fire can melt and destroy metal, but it is also the element that transforms metal into shape and function. This card is an invitation to turn your grief into a source. Transmutation. That's powerful transmutation happening here. You're transmuting your sadness. This card is an invitation to turn your grief into a source of hope and inspiration. You've experienced a loss, whether it's the loss of a relationship, a loved one, a project, or an idea that's no longer valid. Oftentimes, we try to suppress our grief instead of fully experiencing it and processing the emotions that come with grieving. Or we get drowned by our grief and stay rock bottom with no way up. Allow your heart to express and heal the grief by engaging the creative within. Write, draw, or paint to soothe the heart and channel your grief away. Which makes me right away notice something that I did not see moments ago. Do you see how there are plants growing out of the head of the lady elk? And you can see also plants rising from the head of the god Janus here. There's something powerful about your mind healing and growing. It does look to me like you've really taken the time, you've devoted to yourself actually. You've taken the time here in this pile to heal and transmute this pain. You've really done a lot of self-reflection and you've maybe done a lot of journaling, or it doesn't have to be actual writing, but you've done a lot of processing is what I'm seeing as we've read here. I'm starting to feel like you've befriended yourself, truly befriended yourself. Yes, of course, these cards are talking about answering the question of the changes in your life, but as you may know, tarot cards are read in the same cards can be read in multiple layers. So all I'm trying to say here is that first and foremost, before we look at the details of what's happening in your external life, since the reading is pointing towards a massive internal change, I'm seeing devotion to the self, embracing and befriending the self, the parts of yourself maybe that you were pushing aside, weren't befriending. And I'm picking up on the idea with resourcefulness that you've found many resources to help you do that. Now, resources could be information. It could be massive changes when it comes to the things you eat, even your diet, the things you read that help you in this transformation. Resources could be your access to your therapist. It could be all the things that you have access to that allowed you to go through this. So you were able to use all of the resources that were provided to you well, and a mask is falling. I believe a massive, like the algae's rune is right in the face. There is a powerful change in how you see yourself. I feel like you didn't see yourself well or didn't want to see yourself maybe. I feel like now there is a lot of, yes, I appreciate myself. Yes, I notice these things that I didn't maybe like or were pushing to the side. Now I'm proud of them, or now I'm working on them. I'm not ashamed of them. The masks are falling. And there's a much more powerful way in how you look at yourself and see yourself. And so this is leading, what I'm trying to say here is to massive, unprecedented healing like never before. I see that you are reaching balance. And you can see in the Justice card here the idea of Ma'at. In ancient Egypt, the goddess Ma'at, the goddess of justice and truth. And you can see here the feather being weighed against the heart. What I'm trying to say is that you are, first of all, reversing your karma. Number two, or healing your karma. Number two, it looks like the heart is light. Do you see? There's a light heart. And so this is leading to, from this point onwards, when you find your reading, it is saying that you're reversing a lot of grief like never before. And because of that, you are going to see a lot of things changing in your external world. And that's what's clarifying the Justice card here. As your world's coming to balance, this is reversing and bringing into balance many things that you could have been complaining about in your life. Let's see what are these external things that you're going to be seeing. So first of all, since I already asked the external question, I should have really started with the internal, but we'll allow the flow to take us how it wants to take us. We'll take a look at this external things, these external things that you can see now starting to change in your life. And we'll also be taking a look at the internal things, because that's the massive energy here that's leading to all of this, that are changing in your internal world massively. So externally, what can you see? Let's say right away, I'll do a row of right away, and then I'll do a row of over time, and I'll do the same thing with internally. So right away, you've got the Three of Swords. That makes sense because we were talking about your pain and healing the pain. So Three of Swords, Page of Wands. Wow, nice. Are these going to show us several things or just one thing? We'll find out. The Hanged Man. Because of the Hanged Man, I think these are talking about one thing. But again, two cards. All right. So internally, this is leading to a surprise I did not expect here. You've got, wow, the Wheel of Fortune. And you've got the Seven of Wands. Do you see there's something about your character changes? It's like, who are you going to choose to be? It's almost like a blank canvas waiting for you to draw it. So, Seven of Wands is a card of challenge. These are all talking actually about one thing. Surprisingly, you are going to go through a lot of pain next, but this is really good because it's cleansing. You know how when there's a drainage that is super blocked and nothing is working because of this blocked drainage, and when the plumber unclogs it and all of this gunk comes out, but you're celebrating, you're like, yay, ew, that's ugly. But it's working. Oh my God, the plumber's like, great, now it's gonna flow beautifully. It's all clean, it's all good. And you're really relieved. So it's the same kind of energy that I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about cycles moving. You can see her blossoming greatly. So the Three of Swords show a lot of pain finally being released with the Page of Wands, finally being released out. I see positivity with the Page of Wands, excitement. And so it talks about here how there is an initial period of discomfort, feeling a lot of pain, not knowing where it's coming from, sometimes feeling very happy, and then other times feeling sad or in pain. It's like a crazy time. But this is like the unclogging happening. And I see that this is, first of all, the Seven of Wands, pushing away the very, barriers or obstacles that were standing in your way. That's the removal of the unclogging, right? And so it's a process that is unclogging all of the things that made it super difficult for you to enjoy the many things in your life, who you are, or to go through this process in the first place. And you're going to start seeing things like, oh my God, I always had an issue with that. It's no longer there. So that's in the short term. And then after a while, in the short term, You had a problem with another thing. It was your usual everyday life. Bam, it's out. And you're like, oh my God, I usually had to deal with this. It's gone, vanished. So I see one after the other as one obstacle after the other through this unclogging process that is happening right now in your life, happens and comes out of your life. I see you, it changes who you are every single time, whether it has to do with how you look, how you behave, what you didn't dare to do before that you can now dare to do, habits, you name it. Each one with the Wheel of Fortune being pushed out of your life, you realizing how you're changing. You know how when you see a cat drowned in mud and you want to save this cat, it's tired, it's exhausted, it's muddy, and you look at this cat and you go, oh my God, I can't believe it's in this situation. You take it, you take care of it, you clean it up, you give it food, you heal it, and let's say in a month or 2 or 3, it springs back up with health, its fur becomes softer, its colors start to show and grow. You see the cat's character and how fun and loving she is or he is, and it just shows its full colors. And so it's the same thing here. As you go through this process, you're going to be realizing many things about yourself that you didn't know you had or possessed or looked like or could do, constantly happening in this phase of your life short term. Like I said, you're going to be experiencing sometimes some very good, positive, happy times. At other times, you may be experiencing a release of emotions. In any case, this is all good. Sit with it with the Hanged Man and allow it to fully clear and clean. So that is in the short term. And it's interesting. It was talking about, it had both the energy of the internal world and external world together. So I guess the reading is answering both at the same time. We don't need to repeat it twice. So let's take a look at your progression now in the second row. Like not right away, but what is it progressing into? Ooh, full healing, Queen of Cups, lovely. Right. Especially that it's falling under the Three of Swords. So full healing, full love, enjoyment of life, enjoying yourself, enjoying your world. You're really happy, grateful, vibrating love. You're doing well emotionally. Ooh, there is friendship and possibly love even coming up in your life with devotion and friendship here. Okay, that shows us a lot more. All right. That could already be someone in your life where your relationship becomes beautiful as well. It could be friendships, by the way. It doesn't have to be love if you don't want love. This is your reading at the end of the day. 6 of Cups, full healing of the inner child and pursuance of soul mission, moving into the right path, right away, moving into the right path. Inner child is free to come out and express itself in the way that it wants, pursuing your soul purpose. And you've got the 6 of Wands. It is leading to a lot of victories here. So you can see that there is like a task list. I see that you have a lot of goals and how you see yourself and want your life to be. This is the card of success. And you can see the detail that yes, you will be working hard, of course, but you will be getting all of your goals checklist ticked. You will be doing it gracefully. These are ballet shoes. You will be doing it as you enjoy it. Is it hard work? Yes, but it's hard work that you will enjoy. It's like if you enjoy baking, you could say, that was a lot of hard work, but you've enjoyed every moment of it. Or if you're a painter or an actor or even an accountant, why am I just thinking of my fun stuff? even as an accountant, some people love numbers. They love being an accountant, right? So they could love every moment of it. It's hard work, but they love every moment of it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you will be successful in everything that you put your hard work towards. You will be able to achieve all of your goals. That's progressively here. And it looks like you'll be doing that gracefully as you enjoy it. I see now that you're healing your emotions. Everything becomes easier, everything becomes more enjoyable, and your real self shines bright, your inner child shines bright. This is leading with the Two of Cups here to profound relationships. I see profound relationship with yourself. I see profound relationships with friends, with animals, with your horse, with your cat, with your dog, with your birds, with your loved ones. But if you're single, I see love coming into your life, which is going to be a devoted relationship. It will start off with friendship and will lead to deep love. This is your soulmate with the Two of Cups, of course. If this is someone that's already in your life, I see this is leading to a profound relationship between the two of you, where your friendship evolves and becomes stronger, and the love between the two of you grows stronger and feels more beautiful. If you're not interested in love, this is your reading, and it is talking obviously about profound relationships in your life as you go through this healing process that is happening right now. I see that you will be supported in this phase of your life with all the resources needed to go through this transformation, and you will continue to have what you need to always succeed and achieve what you want. I heard in my mind right now all of it. So there's something about all of the things that you want to achieve, you will be able to achieve in this lifetime. I also heard you don't need anyone outside of you. You've got it all. You don't need anyone or something. So if that resonates with anyone, it's something that I hear, and I promise to share the things that I hear. Because the last time I heard rosemary, and I was like, guys, I'm hearing weird things like rosemary. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you everything I hear. And the amount of comments where rosemary that I heard was exactly like fitting, and the stories you said blew my mind. And so now I understand, if like I hear something, I will share it. So yeah, nothing is outside of yourself. You don't need anyone or something is something that I definitely heard. Okay, and since this is such an intimate reading with what's going on in your internal world, I want to give you a few seconds as I'm shuffling your deck to ask a question like, how can I deal with this particular situation? How can I deal with this or that? Or if you're afraid of something, you don't know how it's going to work out, have a question on your mind as I'm shuffling, and I'll be quiet shuffling and pulling out the cards to give you this opportunity, and I will answer it energetically for you, not talking about something in particular, so that I allow the answer to reach you as it's supposed to reach you without my input of what this could be. Queen of Wands. Nine of Wands. This is so clear. Page of Pentacles. Four of Swords. It's a very interesting Four of Swords. It's a card of peace and healing. You can see something is ending here with the, I was going to say sarcophagus, with, I forgot what it's called. Anyways. I am seeing something about you're strong with the Queen of Wands. Stronger than you realize and understand. There's something about don't stand in your weakness. Stand in your strength and in your confidence. That's the energy needed. And continue to set boundaries, whether this is talking about boundaries towards yourself or others. But continue to have strong boundaries. Over time, with the Page of Pentacles, you will learn more. So don't take the hits as you're learning. Learn from them. It's not the end of the world. Stay in peace at all times, because it is that calmness that is needed for you to learn, to exude your power, and to end whatever is needed to end. Everything is here trying to teach you something. Don't catastrophize it as the end. It's sort of like with the winning trophies here. Something about it's okay to lose the battle in order to win the war. Something like that. Don't sweat the small things is what I'm seeing. Understand that they are not so big. Don't sweat the small stuff and look at the final thing. It's all about learning. It's not the end of the life. Take your time to set boundaries, to stay calm, to learn, and to do that, you want to stay calm at all time and in your power. Not standing in your power is a choice, and don't take it. Choose to always stand in your own power. You're really blossoming into your confident, powerful, beautiful self. Embrace that and stay calm at all times. Yeah. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. It was so interesting. I loved it, and I wish you the best of luck with this massive transformation process that is happening right now. And yeah, that you're always going to be safe and secure. And this was your reading, my dear pile number 1. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at the massive changes that are happening in your life as soon as this message found you. And these are the decks that I'll be using to explore this for you. If you're interested, of course, at any point in the names of the decks that I'm using, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow citrine. Your significator card is the Kanaz card with the keywords beacon, enlightenment, as well as passion. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, as well as Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Your cards are pretty much ready. And we're going to begin by exploring your oracle cards first. Can I fit this one here? No, I think it's too big. Right, so first card that popped up is Venus in Taurus with the keyword romance. You also have the card Sun in Libra with harmony. You've got the spirit aspect of Virgo with the keyword attentiveness. And it says searching for gemstones in the dirt. It's time to look very closely at what's right in front of you. Is there something you're missing? Can the power of your attention turn a negative into a positive? An optimistic mindset might help you see what's possible. Very interesting. Right, like with searching for gemstones in the dirt, it's like it could be a difficult situation, but if you look closely and focus, you might find gemstones, like you might find amazing things within them. You know, the Kanaz rune is a rune of enlightenment, the light, knowing something. So sometimes one would think that something might not be all that good, but if you look closely, it might just turn out to be the most amazing thing ever. But that's just my idea. We're now going to take a look at this great change that is happening and how this fits into the picture. You've got sun, again, 2 sun cards, like seeing something, a lot of light in this reading. So sun and Pisces with vision. And you've got, I was going to say Sagittarius, Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. You've got the card Isis, the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis. All right, who saved her lover. So that's interesting. Right, so you've got the metal dragon with waking the warrior within, which is what Isis did in the difficult situation that she was in and looking for her husband, who was chopped into pieces by his own brother, the evil god Set. And you've got another dragon. Are you kidding me? Wow. The wood dragon. You have the strength. And now I want to figure out what's the difference between the metal dragon and the wood dragon. I'm going to take a look at the guidebook so that I don't waste your reading time. Find the difference and I'll be back. Okay, so I went in trying to look for the differences, but mostly I found there's a lot of things in common rather than differences. Yes, each card gives a perspective for sure, but these are dragons at the end of the day. And so I found the element of strength, yet compassion and nurturing, having great power, but not using it not misusing the power, but using it for something good is the thing in common between the two. So in my opinion, I'll show you why. Actually, let's start with that. The metal dragon, as I've read, because of the elements of metal as well as the earth of the dragon, it combines the divine masculine powers as well as the divine feminine powers. And so you see things like how the earth brings the best part of the metal and these two elements together. You'd see that there is a lot of loyalty, courage, justice, strength, but not misusing that strength because of the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together in this card. So in my opinion, it looks like the way things are changing in your life massively has to do with your relationship with someone in your life. Maybe if like you don't have any relationships, it could be talking about a potential romance coming. But really the way I'm seeing this, it seems to be an existing relationship in your life. Whether this is with your partner, a parent, a manager, or something, it's definitely someone who has a strong influence in your life and someone that you deal with to get things done. Like I said, like it could be job, family, a friend, a partner. And it looks like your relationship has gone through something destructive because of the existence of the Isis card. Whether between the two of you or something happened, as we discussed how Osiris, her husband, was chopped into little pieces and how she managed to resurrect Osiris back to life. So there's something, and even get a child, which represents a new eon. Horus represents a new eon. So I'm just seeing there's something about the light being shut in a particular relationship in your life, it being used, considering it as being the dirt, you not liking it, and just talking about how Isis put Osiris back together. Do you see how there are different body parts put together in this card? So there is something about bringing something together, a very important relationship back together in your life. And it doesn't have to be the one you don't want. Like, let's say you've already ended things with your ex, for example, and you're thinking, I would never go back to my ex. Then this pile is definitely not talking about this particular relationship. It could be another one. Maybe you have some arguments going on with your sister or with a friend. So yeah, it's definitely not one that you don't want to bring back, because Isis wanted to help this relationship out. So I'm not saying that you necessarily like you're actively doing something about it, but I am saying it's one that you would love. or would like for things to come back together. Things would be much better. So there's something about this relationship in your life coming back together and how it's going to have a massive effect on your whole life. How you've seen someone as like the dirt, like they're not worth your time, only to see that they are a jewel. Maybe your relationship didn't go well before and it's starting to go well. I do see you as two strong characters for sure, seeing the two dragons. But I am seeing, like I said, looking at these two cards, I was looking at the differences only to find that there's a lot of similarity. Maybe that's something signifying the relationship itself for sure. But I've noticed that both cards have to do with strength, but a lot of compassion and kindness, leadership, and so on. So yeah, this is the massive change that seems to be happening in your life, and it's really going to change everything. Like, think about it. If this is your manager, for example, having a better relationship with a colleague or a manager definitely changes the dynamics and how things work at work. If this is your spouse, it's the same thing, and so on. It's going to have a huge effect on your life. So let's explore your tarot cards and get to know and learn all about it. Oh, these two cards came out at the same time. You've got the Hanged Man as well as the Nine of Swords. For a while, it looks like this person was bringing you a lot of stress. It looks like time wasn't moving. Nothing was moving in this relationship with the Hanged Man. I think this connection was on hold, or at least like trying to make things work so that you, for example, don't have to deal with each other, and so on. It seems like things were on a large pause here. Okay, you've got the Queen of Cups. So as you can see with the Queen of Cups, there's a lot of healing here. And we can see the White Queen, which is the kind queen. So there's a lot of kindness that's going to happen, or at least she has a good relationship with her husband, the White Queen. They have a very loving relationship. So you can see that happening between you and your partner in something. I see with romance, there's a lot of love coming up next in this relationship. Let's find out how. We can place a card here. You've got the Page of Swords. Announcement, news, or something. Two of Pentacles, again the time. Time's shifting everything, or maybe time has shifted everything. And the Empress being nice to the White Queen. Now this is a very interesting card, this Empress. Here you can see the White Queen confused, because although she's been harsh to Alice, Alice is acting like the bigger one, and winning or power with kindness. It's beat them with kindness kind of thing. So like she's standing in her power and acting like the motherly one. Not acting like, genuine nurture here. So where can I place this? I can put it here. What am I seeing going on? A long time has passed between you and this person, and it seems like nothing has changed in these times. In fact, I think the mere thought of this person brought you a lot of stress and maybe even anxiety with the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of time, running out of time. Perhaps this person is thinking, time's running, something has to be done. And you can see in the weirdest way, things are going to come into balance between the two of you. And the weird thing is, it seems like it's turning into a lot of love. Things are shifting with the Ten of Pentacles. How is this happening? I do see with the Page of Swords, I see an announcement here, right? I see that this person will either communicate with you, or they will make an official announcement. Maybe it will soften your heart, or maybe you will see what you mean to them, maybe through this announcement. It's happening in this weird way. It's almost a little bit uncomfortable, but it's loving. It's like, what? It's a little bit confusing. Am I supposed to believe this, but this is kind. So what do we do about the situation? Yeah, I think this person's kind of like uh, beating you with kindness a little bit. They're trying, oh, maybe Isis is representing them. Maybe they're sad about how they have broken this connection into many pieces, and they're picking the pieces back up together to create a new Aeon, which is Horus. Interesting. They're going to be picking it up in the weirdest way. And I think you will notice that the very thing you thought was terrible before might just turn out to be very good in the weirdest way. It says, be optimistic, because what you focus on, I'm not reading now, but I'm telling you the idea. Also, for what you focus on changes things, right? So that can the power of your attention turn a negative into a positive? I think that you will learn and you will start to see through their actions and the very things they're going to announce and actually take action towards these days, from the time you watch this reading, will, I think, shift things, how you feel with the Empress in the weirdest way. I think you're going to feel with this shift like you're not really comfortable, but you feel the love, which is a bit confusing, is the kind of message that I'm getting here. Because for a long time, I feel like you stopped thinking about this and about this person. So you're really going to be enlightened with the Kenaz rune about how this person feels about you, for sure, what you mean to them, what they want to do for this connection. Actually, you're going to learn a lot. Like, let's say this is your manager, for example, and you thought that you had a terrible relationship. And I think if you look at your cards here, then they are announcing that they want to give you something better. They're trusting you with more responsibilities. They're choosing you in this leadership position, for example. They are praising your power and what you can do, this, that, and the other. And with their consistent actions that they're taking these days, you're like, you didn't like them, but weirdly, you're starting to appreciate that they're fair, I don't know, or good. Maybe you're starting to see another side of them that you haven't seen before. This could be a spouse, a parent, a lover. But there's a shift. There's a shift. Time has passed in this pile for a long time, and initially it might feel like a nightmare to hear about them again, or maybe to have to talk to them again or something like that. But really, it's going to turn out to be nice. You know what this pile's energy is reminding me of? It reminds me of, oh gosh, I hope this particular situation, any situation in your life you're thinking, doesn't happen. Because if it happens, oh my God, I can't imagine myself how I'm going to feel if it happens. And then this situation does happen. And as you're going through it, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this is not so bad at all. Actually, to be honest, I kind of like this. I never thought that if this situation comes, I would be happy, but weirdly enough, I'm really enjoying it from the very beginning. I feel like you're not going to suffer at all. And you're going to enjoy it. You're going to be well taken care of as it happens, and not as in the way you've imagined in your head. Did you see how the hands are on the head? Not in the way you've imagined in your head. So there is a massive shift going on, and I see with the White Queen here, there is someone reaching out, showing you their love, showing you their care. Also, yeah, showing you their love and their care. There's a beautiful bond forming, or let's say reforming again in all the right ways and the weirdest ways, which is showing up in your reading. It's happening in the weirdest way. I don't know, is this supposed to be a surprise, or can we ask how is this happening in a weird way? So are we allowed, or should we leave it? nah, I think we should not explore this. I think it's going to happen in the surprising way. Yeah, I kind of felt it intuitively. This is why I asked. Maybe you should just experience it and not spoil the surprise. But yeah, with the Kenaz rune, you might just hear or about the person, maybe even see. You might not like to hear this, but you might hear or see someone you did not want to see, but it's going to turn out to be so good. So at least can we explore that initial enlightenment, what you're going to see? You're going to see, not hear. And this may upset you a little bit here, but your two eyes here, you're going to see with your own two eyes what you did not want to see with your own two eyes. This is someone you did not want to see. But I think they're going to show up with all of the sun here and the light and the two eyes. I think you're going to see someone you didn't want to see. It looks like that here. So how are you going to see them? So just so you're prepared. The Chariot. Five of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. With the cupcake here, I'm kind of feeling like this person with the Ace of Pentacles is taking an initiative. And it's going to feel like a real challenge to do it for the both of you. But I think they have an initiative here. And you see the flamenco is not cooperating. I don't know. I see with the Chariot and the lack of cooperation here, something that has to do with someone showing up as a surprise, right? Just showing up, Ace of Pentacles, showing up out of the clouds, out of the blue. It's not easy for you to know that they showed up, and it's not easy for them to show up. It's not easy for anyone. But I feel like there's a bit of lack of cooperation from your side. You're like, oh no, this person's at the door or something. You initially don't want to see them or something like that. Maybe this is your best friend. Maybe she hurt you a long time ago and you just don't want to see her or see him or see them. So there's someone showing up and it's a struggle. You don't want to see them. One thing is moving, the other is not. Something like that. And then the Devil card. Yeah, I think you sit down and face your shadows, both of you. You sit down for the tea, that long haul tea or conversation that no one wanted to have. Da 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 da. Hold on. I think I have to be careful here. But at the end of the day, the Mad Hatter, the rabbit, everyone enjoyed tea time. So it might initially feel like, oh, this is not something I want to do, but I see you enjoying the conversation here. Things are going to come together in the weirdest way. And maybe they're not a person you thought would apologize, and they would. I think they're going to make it very easy for you. It's like, what are you doing here? But there's a lot of love and nurture. Like, hey, I know I was wrong. I did this wrong. I don't want to overstep my boundaries, this, that, and the other. I think this person is going to have with the Mad Hatter here in the weirdest way, a cerebral conversation with you that they should have had with you for a long time. The Tower card, I think you're going to be making a lot of blows in this conversation, turning the table, going, this was wrong, this shouldn't have been done. I think you're going to be expressing yourself fully. It does look like this person is comfortable with sitting down with their shadow, facing you, facing what's happening, taking it all, taking the hit. Ace of Swords, clarity happens, truth comes out. And I think for the first time, you match your ideas and your vision. I think a cleansing happens. This person will be sitting down until this full cleanse happens. Clarity is reached, agreement is reached. And I think things clear out between the two of you. yeah, it's like owning it. This person is owning it. That's why there's an announcement here, showing up. Da 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 da. I think this is talking about showing up. Yeah. And I think you're gonna see something beautiful in them that you've never seen before. And I think you're going to respect them a lot for sitting through with something like that. They came in with a lot of like struggle, but they've sat through it and discussed things with you in your future. And I think this sitting down session is going to lead to a lot of passion, excuse me, and a lot of love between the two of you, certainly a new eon. So how is your life changing with this conversation, my dear pile number 2? Oh, 2 cards came together. You've got the Ace of Cups as well as the 5 of Swords. First of all, perhaps with the 5 of Swords, there existed struggles, whether you were seeing this person or not. There existed struggles between the two of you. A quick example I can think about is like, for example, your ex-spouse and you have children, for example. And so maybe you're not together anymore. You don't have to see each other that much, but you know, you still have precious children together. So you can see that the first thing that's going to be adjusted is that you don't have to go through the usual struggles that you used to go through. That's ending, because it seems like in one way or the other, this person, excuse me, is in your life, like your manager, ex-spouse, a friend, maybe you have common friends together, not sure. But yeah, that's ending. Or maybe ending once and for all the struggles that maybe these were internal. The 5 of Swords, you know, is the mind at the end of the day. Maybe finally healing, the Ace of Cups, the healing, the pains that you've gone through when it comes to what this person did to you and what you did to them. So there's a lot of healing going on here. I think actually for most of you, this is healing. But if you still have a connection somehow with this person, then the struggle also will end. So that's the first way this is going to affect your life in a massive way. You've got the 8 of Pentacles and 2 more cards. Ooh, the High Priestess. Gosh, the Sun card. This is very interesting. I feel like this is a connection where you felt something like you didn't fit in, you weren't included, you weren't harbored, something like that. I feel like there will be great harboring. They finally take in Alice here. There's great harboring that happens. I feel like the way you see yourself, something about how you look at yourself internally, maybe this is a lot of maybe this is healing. It's going to be so healing, I believe, and it's going to affect how you see yourself, your internal growth, something about massive healing that will affect how you look at yourself, or self-assurance, self-esteem, something like that. You finally see yourself. It definitely affects who you are. Apologies. So yeah, you'll feel included in something, more included. And it's going to make you feel very positive with the Sun card. It's going to make you very happy. You're going to feel a lot of love. I don't know. It looks like this person, I don't know, in the craziest way, it looks like someone's writing a check. So maybe it's very specific, I understand. Maybe for someone here watching, this is someone writing a check to someone. Maybe this is someone giving you, maybe this is a signing of a contract if this is your manager, giving you more pentacles, calling you as excellent with the 8 of Pentacles, recognizing you. Yeah, there's a lot of mirrors here, like recognition. First of all, there's definitely recognition for sure, a lot of recognition, but there's something like signing a contract, signing a check, um, or something valuable happens as a result of recognition, recognizing your worth, recognizing what you mean to them, you seeing your worth, the you being recognized as well for your hard work. Yes, kind of like there's a lot of mirrors here for sure. There's recognition, reconciliation, positivity, feeling more included, feeling more loved, healing the self for sure, a lot of self-healing. And something, I know it's the Eight of Pentacles, but the way the White King is holding, the White King is, by the way, is, there's the White King, White Queen, White King. We've been talking about the White Queen. There's the White King, the other partner involved in this connection, wanting to write something as a recognition to the many amazing things you've done, wanting to put in something. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. Oh. Slow, however. Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Let me think. First of all, they're doing something to rectify what they've done, the coloring the white roses in red. They want to rectify their mistake, first of all. Maybe they're giving you something that will continue to give you, like this could be a position that continues to give you a good salary. That could be an asset, writing an asset to you that will continue to give you wealth, something like that. Yeah. Maybe money in stocks or bonds that will continue to give you wealth, putting you as a shareholder, something like that. There's signing here. And as you can see, that too will also have a significant effect on your life. But yeah, overall, I see something finally coming into harmony and balance. I do see you seeing someone initially you did not want to see, but really from the second you see them onwards, it's going to be very easy. Easy and loving in an initially uncomfortable way that leads to many things changing in your life. Yeah, that's exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 2. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at massive changes that are happening in your life as soon as you see this reading. And these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Unakite Jasper. Your significator card is the Dagas rune, with the keywords awakening, breakthrough, as well as balance. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, as well as Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what this is, what this change is. And we'll start off by taking a look at your oracle cards first. So you've got Mercury and Sagittarius with discovery. Okay. I almost see something out of the blue that transforms everything with the Dagas rune, because I see someone sitting there and contemplating, relaxing, until something suddenly changes. It's the impression I'm intuitively picking up in this pile so far, at least. Okay. You also have the card Moon in Capricorn with practicality. Okay. You've got the full air moon with the keyword solution. Oh, discovery. It's maybe a moment where you're going to get a brilliant idea or a brilliant solution, perhaps, because there's the owl. There's wisdom here. Okay, you've got the card Woodbird with rest and retreat. Same thing. Someone sitting, relaxing, and then suddenly something happens. It's the air element. Okay. I think we might want to push these up a bit so that this one fits. Right, so you've got the emotional aspect of Taurus with satisfaction or dissatisfaction. And it says, clear water flows from a mountain spring. If you're experiencing satisfaction right now, sit back and enjoy the sparkling current of comfort and contentment. If it's dissatisfaction you're feeling, ask yourself if you can imagine a new solution. And the second time you get the word solution, you can imagine a new solution, resource, or pattern of behavior. Interesting. Can I place this one here? I think I can. So you've got Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Again, this is thinking of a brilliant idea or something. Original idea, a new way of thought. And look at that, 9, 10, 11. Wow. Okay. Something in sequence, maybe. And finally, you've got the moon in Aquarius with independence. And you can see that this idea will bring you liberty and independence. Right. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's definitely the time where things are changing massively. You've got the Fool card, exactly, leading to a new beginning for sure. To you exploring something new completely. You've got the Death card. You see, your cards keep talking about a massive transformation that is about to happen. Two of Wands, a shift, dominion. It's going to allow you to have control over something. And look at that, 11, 11. So, this one is coming. The Prince, I was going to say Temperance, it's not. The Prince of Wands. This is the King of Wands. So, no, in this deck is the Prince. The Prince is the Knight, Knight of Wands. So movement, something is starting to finally move. And you can see here, the figure is so excited about this transformation. There's changing skin, there's embryos, and you can see the Fool, new beginning. There's something totally new happening here. And that's the massive change that allows you to take control of something you just didn't know about. I see that this new beginning is a new beginning that you will take in secrecy and in silence, because you can see here the Fool card depicts the god, the Greek god, Harpocrates, who's the god of silence and secrecy. Yeah. So I see you contemplating on something, relaxing, getting a brilliant idea and going, I'm not going to tell anyone about this. And I see you moving quickly in silence. I see that you are contemplating very soon about beginning one thing or maybe even many at the same time that you're so excited about. Because at the end of the day, with the hands here, it allows you to control something that used to bring you a lot of dissatisfaction. It finally allows you to become free. I want to look at the aspects of the situation that you don't like. But I see that you will be able to turn it upside down completely, bring down what you don't like, and level up what you want, bring up what you want to the top. So, in my opinion, there is something that is making you feel nearly soulless on the inside. It's making you feel like you're not living, whether this is a relationship or work or a situation that you are in. I see with all of the Aquarius, you definitely have put a lot of thought into it, and you're still putting a lot of thought into it. I'm seeing that you're turning something that's super dissatisfactory to you into it being something very satisfactory. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I do see that this help is coming in the form of a solution. Or maybe it's your higher self helping you. I foresee that you will be getting a brilliant idea, because Mercury, a lot of Mercury, this is communication, also ideas. I see you that you will suddenly get struck with a brilliant idea that will take you far with your imagination. And this one is one that you're very excited about. I don't know why you're choosing to take action in silence. We'll find out why. This is very important here. But I do see that it's transforming everything. I see you taking action right away with the Knight of Wands. And the more you take action, the more you feel like you got this. It's happening, it's working, it's going, you're capturing the dream or the vision that you saw. When you saw this reading, you either just got an idea or you're really about to. You're on the verge of getting a brilliant idea. I was gonna ask something and I forgot. What was I just thinking about here? Thought about many things at the same time that I lost the initial idea. Oh yes, I wanted to ask why you're moving in silence. The Lovers. You want to be free from something. It looks like maybe it's dangerous, a little bit dangerous. So it's a choice that you're making. You're not forced. It's not like you can't say anything. You're just choosing with the Lover's card not to say anything. Why though? It's dangerous in what way? Like there are dangers. That's why you're going to move in silence. What dangers are there? Judgment card. Last time I got striked because of the judgment card, so I've got to be careful here. Right. So judgment card. Danger because maybe you will have someone in authority judge you. There are the snakes there. Maybe reputation, tarnish your reputation. All the snakes here. It doesn't mean that the snake is like a bad animal. Not at all. In fact, it is the symbol of healing and growth. But I'm reading it as in like snaky throat chakra. Like maybe this is tarnishing of reputation. You do see some angry people here. So it might anger others, it might tarnish your reputation, it might anger the judgment of someone higher up with the judgment card. Three of Pentacles, material works. It looks like these are people you're collaborating with. Maybe even your source of income with the Pentacles. It depends on how this reading is working for you. But in any case, you're moving in silence because you're at the moment collaborating with some people and it might upset them. That's what I'm seeing here. And you have to collaborate with them at the moment. Right. So that's why you're moving in silence. And it seems like you have an interest in becoming independent. So maybe you're going in silence so that you can become independent from the very people you are collaborating with at the moment. The way you are solving this situation is very unique. It's very original. I think nobody has done it in the way you're going to do it before. That's why perhaps nobody's expecting uh, what your next move is. I see that once you get this idea, you're going to start right away. I see with the moon in Capricorn that you're not going to implement all of it right away. It requires some steps that you have to take, and I do see you day by day taking these steps to change something. I in fact see it in different seasons. It might even take 12 months to do that. And the only reason I say that is because I see the zodiac signs here. I could be wrong. Please take timing always with a grain of salt. But it looks to me like it's going to take some time to be implemented. And there are different seasons to it. Like there's the season where you're taking some particular action. There's the season where you're waiting maybe for a response. There's a season where you're collaborating maybe with others. I don't know. But there are seasons to it. Every season is different from the other. But this is the process of change that you are going to be going through. So how are you going to get this idea? The Hierophant, it's spiritual. You're either going to get this idea with the Hierophant because you're well informed of many aspects with regards to the situation that you're going through, or with the Hierophant is just a spiritual enlightenment, like a gift, a spiritual gift, either from your higher self, your spirit guides, the universe. You're going to be enlightened with it, it seems. Also, the Hierophant, if it's not like an idea that is not due to your experience with the Hierophant, if it is, sorry, because of your experience, is what I'm trying to say, you will find that you've known some things, but maybe you've never put it together in this way before. You've never thought about how you can use these different elements. How to use these different elements. Or maybe with the Hierophant, you're learning in a much better way the nature of this situation, given that the Hierophant is tradition. So you're understanding the tradition or the nature of the situation that you're in much better. Along with your experience, it will truly allow you to take a unique way. It's interesting how tradition leads to uniqueness, and it kind of explains that. It shows us, these cards, that sometimes in order to get a unique idea that's totally out of the box, sometimes you really want to understand your box so well in order to come out of it and think out of it. So there's something about that here. Perhaps you've reached the point where you've understood your situation so well that you're now comfortable, or maybe one of the only one, since it's original, the only one that can think of such an original idea out of the norms, out of the tradition. It's kind of what I'm seeing here when it comes to your brilliant idea. That's what I can channel or understand with regards to this out of the world, out of the box idea that you're getting. We've reached a level of understanding of your situation that you're able to transform it to your favor. And so I see you in the next coming days or months implementing this idea. making a massive transformation in your life. You've got the Dagaz rune as your significator card. You've got the death card as one of your main cards. In fact, most of the cards coming out are major arcana, except for the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And so I see this is a massive transformation happening in your life. It's a breakthrough. You're creating some form of breakthrough. It's a brilliant one. And in order to implement it, I see you moving forwards. You're like taking step and then increasing it up a notch and then increasing it up a notch, each time experiencing a new mixture, a new element, a new energy as you put in a new element, something like that. Ultimately, these steps are leading to your great independence. So independence from what? Earthly power, Four of Pentacles. Earthly powers, Four of Pentacles. Well, this one moved. Let's take it. The Chariot. I'm getting the idea that you'll have the power to move. You have the power and the resources to move in whichever direction you want, to implement your ideas, to say, I'm doing this today, or to say, I do what I want from now on. So, for example, if this is a relationship, how can this be a relationship? Well, I'll go along because that's the idea that I got. If this is a relationship, you can go, oh, now I'm free. I can do whatever I want in the house now. I can keep it clean, or I can do this, or I can work in this whenever I want, and so on. If this is leaving your work and doing your own thing, obviously here it talks about freedom, being able to work when you want, when you need to, in the direction that you want, how much projects you want, how little you get to decide. Like, although this extra project would be amazing because it's going to bring me more money and more clients, but I think I'm going to pass on this particular one because my hands are full this month. I feel like you get a say now of what you want to do exactly, given the resources and the power that you will have moving forward. And that's what independence here is talking about. I think part of your great idea to overcome this dissatisfaction that you're going through at the moment is a brilliant practical idea in how to do something that you've wanted, that is ultimately leading to your comfort and great satisfaction. All right, so let's take a look at your life next as you are implying this great idea that is causing this major transformation in your life. So you've got the Hanged Man. The Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Wands with great strength. I feel like you're going to be doing, oh, look at the split here. You're going to be doing something almost opposite or counterintuitive to what you usually do with the Hanged Man. Although not super comfortable, I see there is a time where you're waiting with the Hanged Man for the faucet to turn on, for something to work in the way you want. Yeah, I see you doing something opposite to your strength. Do you see that figure here? It's almost like, or maybe to what you're comfortable with, something outside of your comfort zone. You're doing something outside of your comfort zone. Right. It's interesting. I see this figure as being comfortable and being uncomfortable. Comfortable I'm being uncomfortable. Yeah, there's something about, maybe they're smiling a little bit. It's probably why I'm getting this impression. Yeah. So you're choosing something super outside of your comfort zone, but you're happy because you know it's going to work. You know it's going to change things. That's why you're so excited here. You're so comfortable in this discomfort because there's something about a promise that you're looking forward to. It's very promising, this idea. I think you believe in it right away. It's giving you that control you're looking forward to. You're very excited about it. And there's the hiding. Do you see the hands here? There's the hiding. Yeah, Nine of Wands is guardedness as well. But it's the dominion and the great strength is the promise you're looking for. You want that great strength and dominion over that situation. So up next, I see you going super outside of your comfort zone, being patient until you implement this solution that you have. And I see that right away, life starts giving you. Maybe it doesn't yet, it's just the beginning with the Ace of Cups. It doesn't right away take you outside of this uncomfortable zone. But at least you know, it's like a proof of theory kind of thing. Like, hey, it's working. Maybe not on a massive scale, but it's working, is the impression I'm getting here. So up next in your life, you go out of your comfort zone. You start seeing it work a little bit, maybe not on the grand scale where you can tell others it worked, but you can see that it has the potential with the Ace of Cups to absolutely work. Proof of concept is there. I see you're being very secretive about it, hiding it all in the hush-hush. You're guarding it. But as time goes by, as seasons go by, as sections of tasks go by, I see that it is constantly giving you great strength. And that's what you're doing up next in your life. I don't know why the number 19 stands out, 1-9, and I also see 1-9-19 seems to be significant here. Or maybe it's the number 10. 10, not 1 and 9 is 10. 10. Yeah, maybe 10. Looks, it gives 100 here. 10 and 0 looks like 100. Yeah, it looks like it gives 100 here. Anyways, we've got a lot of numbers, divine numbers here, repeating numbers. I feel like with the synchronicity that I'm looking at in your reading, you are following something right. You're following something so right, or you're about to follow something so right. I'm so curious. What is this brilliant idea that you have, or you're about to get? I'm not gonna take that from you because it's something that you're gonna experience as you are thinking about something, but maybe this reading is meant to at least show you something. Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. Well, it looks like this idea will be given to you, actually. It will be given to you. It doesn't actually say, but it shows you that, especially with the figure opening up their eyes this much, it looks like you're going to go, oh my God, this is brilliant. Fine. So we didn't get any details in that you're going to be experiencing it right away as soon as, because with this reading, as soon as you see it, this activates. So this is right now. These days, today, this is being activated right now. And what kind of transformation can you expect as you work towards it or finally come out of this uncomfortable zone or out of your comfort zone? 3 of Wands, established strength. Oh my God, what you're looking for, you get it. So 3 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles with harmonious change, beautiful. And the 9 of Pentacles with material gain. You get the results that you're looking for. So what are you getting? What is this great transformation? The cards have been super consistent today. You're going to get the control and independence that you are looking for. There's something about you owning two things with this particular Two of Pentacles. Yes, it talks about a shift, a change that's going to happen harmoniously without any like crazy, like it's a massive transformation, but it's not going to disrupt anything in your life. You see, it's not going to cause a disruption in your life. And there's something about you, maybe this is talking about the dominion, either you having two things at the same time, or you finally having the dominion that you wanted. Maybe this is like ownership rights or something. You're going to have the dominion that you want, the strength, the dominion, and the control that you're looking for, as well as the material gain out of this whole situation. What were you looking for? Depends on the sort of dissatisfaction and the cause of this particular situation. Sorry about the background noise. I don't know what they're doing outside, but it seems like they're fixing something. But there's something so funny that I saw right before your pile. I saw these cartoon animations on a YouTube short of someone who's fed up with life, and his boss called him and he told him that he was fired, and he said, yeah, okay, whatever. His boss is like, don't you want to know? Sit down, we're going to discuss why you're being fired. And he's like, no, it's okay. We don't need to, I really don't care. We don't need to discuss this. And I'm okay with being fired. And his boss is like, wait, before you go, don't you want your job back? And this guy's like, no. And he walks out, only to find that a robber is trying to steal his car. And he's like, put your hands up and give me the key. And yeah, put your hands up. And he's like, no, you don't need to do that. Here are the keys, enjoy. Can I just get my snacks from the car? And this robber is like, oh no, well, thank you, but no, I mean, should I please give you a ride home? And he's like, no, you can keep it, take the car. Just thank you so much for just allowing me to get my snacks. Have a good day, bye. Goes back home, and his wife's cheating on him, and they both like are shocked that he's back home. And he really doesn't care. This guy is done with everything. He's like, are there any leftovers from yesterday? Opens the fridge, and they start giving him all of these excuses about that he's misunderstanding the situation. And he's telling this guy to get out. Can you please get out? He gets out. I think his partner or his wife is like, I can explain, you misunderstood this. And he's like, hey, I don't want to fight. I think I'm dealing with this situation in the most decent way. Can you please just go? And she's like, yeah. And she goes out. And he's like, so what's for dinner or something? I can't remember what he said exactly, but he's like so done. And he just wants to eat something, chillax. And I read someone in the comments section that said, well, this guy just lost every bad thing that he had in his life. His terrible toxic job, his cheating wife, his car that wasn't working. He just had a reset button and a new beginning. So there's something about you here being very happy to step into the uncomfortable. Maybe you're so dissatisfied, so unhappy that you're like, you know what? I'm gladly jumping into this. And the thing that encourages you in this direction, not only because of the brilliant solution and everything, but because right away you at least feel with the Ace of Cups that you're getting what you're looking for. Maybe not to everybody's eye yet. It's the Ace of Cups is just the beginning of something, but to you, you get it. You know that if it's doing that, then that's really the way to go. It's working. Only you understand that it's working, and you're hiding it. Nobody's to know about this but you. You're smiling internally, and you know it's working out, and it is going to work out. You are, with the Nine of Pentacles here, going to have everything that you are looking for and become very satisfied and reversing the situation for yourself. So yeah, this activates right now. You're either going to get this idea right now, or you'll find yourself sitting around today and you will get a brilliant idea that will transform your life in the area where you are not satisfied. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. I see that this solution will be kindly given to you. Where's the Page of Swords? Yeah, it will be kindly given to you, and you're going to go, oh my God, that's brilliant. You can see, like, you've got a guide helping you, your higher self, yeah, something like that, an angel, guardian angel. It will be handed to you, this brilliant idea. And yeah, along with your expertise and your understanding of the full situation, you'll be able to understand what this idea is showing you. Yeah, it's a collaboration here. Brilliant idea, but you're so ready, you understand the framework of the situation so well that you'll be able to go, I can take this idea, I can use this, whatever I channeled, to do this, this, and that. And that's how it's going to be such a unique idea. And yeah, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. I wish you the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And just with everything calming down, I feel like everything is going to calm down in your life. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.